wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. You are watching Life with Ben, exclusively on PTV.
It's the day after Thanksgiving. I've helped Arnie a little bit with setting up the forest at the villa. I've helped Megan. Now I need to help myself. I'm only doing one tree this year. It's a real quiet Christmas around here, especially with Mom not being with us anymore. And I'm just gonna set up my own tree in my bedroom. The tree's there already with lights. It has been for the last couple of shows for PTV Live. You've seen it, I've seen it. It makes me sad. Well, this spot in my attic is empty now. I've got all my ornaments down the ladder out of the attic and ready to go. I've already gone through one Hallmark movie, and I've unpacked 3 of the 7 totes that I have here for my tree. I'm actually being a little picky this year because I have more ornaments now than can actually fit on the big, well, not big tree, but my little tree here in the room. I got a slew of new Disney ornaments this year, and I want to make sure that all the new ones can go on. In the meantime, I've been unboxing all of these ornaments. I'm trying to make sure I get a mix of a little bit of everything, including some of the new stuff that I got from Tokyo last year that didn't make it onto the tree last year. But I'm struggling with some decisions, but hopefully I'm gonna make everything fit that I pull out. It's a job. Keychains and buttons are always part of the puzzle, but those usually go up last because they can fit just about anywhere on a tree. But I'd be very, very methodic about how I set everything up. These will be the next totes that I focus on. There's 3 here. There's another one in the wings. But this is half the battle, at least this year. Trying to find just the right fit that's gonna go on my tree. Let's see, it's 10 after 4. I started this just after 12, so it took me almost 4 hours to unbox all of my ornaments. I take very, very, very good care of my ornaments, and I wanna make sure that everything is still packed appropriately and unpacked appropriately. I don't want to damage anything. I've invested a lot in this. But it's time to put my tree together. It's unlit right now, but I'm gonna spark it up and do my best. If you look closely inside the tree, you'll see that I've started to do some layering of my ornaments. Layering is a technique that Arnie and I use when we want to just pack a tree. We start with the inside of the tree, and then we save room on the outside for more ornaments. That way the tree looks even fuller to the eye. But I've only got a few discs on here, but I'm already hungry. And for me, there's nothing like Thanksgiving leftovers to make a sandwich. There's a place we go to called Port of Subs. They call this the Pilgrim. It's turkey, stuffing, and cranberry sauce. And I love this sandwich. I always take my time with this tree. I'm very methodic in my placement of ornaments and how I'm able to cram as much as possible on this tree. But that also comes with some time restrictions. It's almost 9 o'clock on a Friday evening, and I've been at this pretty much all day for, off and on about 8-9 hours. Now, while it may not look like a lot to you, I guarantee you there is quite a bit on this tree already, but there's still a lot more to put on. I have these trays that still need attention. There are 2 other trays over here that are still crammed full of ornaments. There are a few in this lonely tray, and while I'd be able to throw those up in no time, I want to wait and place these in the right area after I have some of my larger ornaments up. Tons of keychains and buttons, all of my Starbucks ornaments. Everything still needs to go on, but it's a little late for me, and I want to be able to just settle down and get an early start on this on Saturday morning, which is what I'm going to do. It's a matter of knowing when to say when and pacing myself. There's more coming. It's Saturday morning, and I got a good night's sleep. I'm already at work on the tree, and I don't know if I'll finish this today or if I'll finish it on Sunday, but I'm gonna be done this weekend. I have to be. I'm 6 weeks behind in setting this tree up. I'm very disappointed, but it's been really busy this year. I mean, every weekend has gone on and on and on. It's like, I can't help it. I gotta keep going. I've got my Hallmark movies on. Let's do this. I've been at it for 3 hours now, and I can see marked improvement on the fullness of the tree. I've added some plush. I've had almost all my own. Look at this. This needs to be turned. See, it's all about placement of the ornaments. I actually have a little, It's a Small World alcove right here. I've still got a little bit to go. Let's see. All my keychains and buttons and things that kind of get placed on the tree as opposed to hang. I've got a couple of hanger things there, and I got a little bit of a tribute to Knott's Berry Farm there too. Then in this tray, I've got a few more things to hang and a couple of things to place. But for the most part, I'm just about there. I need to grab a sandwich so I can keep my energy up. And then I do have to run a couple of errands this afternoon. But I should be finished by tonight. It is 10:30 on Saturday night, and while these trays may say gloves, to me, they say, your tree is done. These are all empty. These had ornaments in them for the past couple of days, but I was able to do my magic, and everything's on the tree. It took me a long time to get around to doing it this year, but I finally finished my tree. This is the only tree I'm doing this year for myself. All my Hallmark ornaments that I got are staying in their boxes this year. I'll do them next year. But I needed at least one tree, and this is my favorite tree to do every year. It's the most special one, the one that means the most to me. There are Disney ornaments, keychains, buttons, plush toys, international ornaments. I love Ring Ring. It puts off a lot of heat, literally, but I love watching my tree. This time around, it was very emotional for me to put this up, and I think that may be why it took a little bit of time to do this time around. This will be the first Christmas without my mom. And while we've gone through the process of saying goodbye, she's always going to be there. But this tree is full of memories. And it'll make me think of her. But I think it'll make Christmas this year that much more special. Remember, adventure is out there.